Hello, my name is Carrie Levin. I'm chairman of the Department of Neurology. Welcome to our 2020 virtual graduation ceremony for our neurology residents. I know this is not exactly what we had in mind and not what we usually do to commemorate the milestone that finishing a neurology residency really means, but we're going to make this as memorable as possible. Thank you for joining us. I want to just say thank you to all of our residents. Thank you to all of the staff who participated in their education. And finally, all our residents should know that wherever you go, you remain family at Cleveland Clinic. And you can take the neurologist out of Cleveland Clinic, but you can never take the clinic out of the neurologist. Best wishes to all of you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm now here to present the certificates to our two outstanding chief residents, Dr. Lindsay Ross and Dr. Peter Brown. We thank you for an outstanding year this year. However, I think if I told them before they started their job and considered this position that I would ask them to completely redo the schedule and curriculum, and by the way, a pandemic would be coming and I'm going to ask them to redo it all over again and basically overnight, I think they would have rethought their decision maybe once or twice. But fortunately, they didn't know what this year would entail, and their peers did select them as their leader, and boy, did they lead. I think the accomplishments of these two can be summed up well by a quote by Nelson Mandela. "It always seems impossible until it is done." These two work so well together, they're probably one of the best chief residents I've ever had the opportunity to work with, if not the best. They began the year with great purpose, and they ended the year with the same level of enthusiasm. I want to highlight some of the innovations that they have done over the past year. They produced the X+Y week schedule that allowed more time for residents to spend in outpatient clinic and less time in the hospital, and thus improve their wellness. They created an educational curriculum that included telelearning. They produced a new holiday schedule that allowed our residents to spend time with their families over the holidays, which is so essential for their happiness. They encouraged development of a mentorship program, and of course, their outstanding recruitment of the next generation of trainees. These are just a few examples of the amazing job that they did and innovations. We appreciate the hours and hours of hard work that you two have put in. You two are true servant leaders in every aspect. We are so grateful for all you have done for us. In appreciation, we will be providing you two with chairs to put in your office commemorating your chief year. Congratulations.
I have the honor of presenting the Distinguished Faculty Educator of the Year Award to Dr. Yubing Lee. Whether being on service with Dr. Lee or attending one of his noon lectures, it is apparent how much he cares about resident teaching and how much he enjoys doing it. I also had the pleasure of working on service with Dr. Lee for all 4 years of my residency. One of the things that always impressed me was his ability to keep the entire team engaged in the morning learning activities, even though the overnight resident was sleep deprived and just wanted to go home. What makes Dr. Lee a special teacher is the fact that he expects more out of you than you expect out of yourself. And he makes it work because he makes it clear to you that he has the faith in you that you are going to meet his standard and that you'll rise to the occasion. During my residency, especially as I became a senior, I would often find myself going to Dr. Lee's office to talk through a difficult case or a concept that I didn't understand. And no matter how busy his clinic was, or if he had to be in a meeting, or he had something else going on, he would always take the time to sit down, talk with me, and then follow up to make sure that I got all my questions answered. Dr. Lee is someone who I admire greatly, and I feel lucky that I had the opportunity to learn from him during my residency.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay Ross. I'm one of the graduating fourth years, and today I have the honor of presenting one of the end of the year awards, this being the Faculty Excellence in Neurology Award. The award recognizes one of our attendings for exemplary leadership, outstanding service, dedication to excellence, commitment, and outstanding outcomes in neurology program. The residents vote each year, and this year we have voted and selected Dr. Mays as our award recipient. So congratulations to Dr. Mays. For those of you watching who don't know, she has been our program director in the neurology residency for about 15 years, which is a tremendous job any year. She is in charge of helping all 40 of our residents go from being interns to, by the time we graduate, being independent, practice-ready neurologists. So a lot of responsibility, but this year we thought her effort was exceptional, to say the least. She helped us organize an entirely new residency schedule that we had never done before, including championing our outpatient experience where we see patients just in the clinic office as opposed to in the hospital. She helped coordinate, so we had attendings for the residents to see patients with, work with the schedulers, as well as all 40 of our residents. And this new experience allowed all of our residents to see a variety of neurological patients and follow them over their course of the disease as they came back to the office every 3 to 6 months. And the experience ran nearly seamlessly, despite this being our first attempt at organizing the experience in this way. Dr. Mays also continued to support our educational initiatives as we continue to grow in our neurology training. She helped support some of our new conferences, including our evidence-based medicine conference, as well as some initiatives where we tried more interactive learning as opposed to traditional lecture learning. And we saw results this year already in February on our in-service exam, where our program of neurology residents scored some of the best scores that we've had as you look back at our program over time. Dr. Mays also led us through our always rigorous residency application season, where we find who will be our next 10 residents every year. She sorted through over 700 applications, through nearly 100 interview candidates, and ultimately came out with an incredibly successful match of our next incoming 10 residents that will be here beginning July 1st, taking the place of those of us leaving. And these would all be tremendous accomplishments in their own right in any given year, but Dr. Mays went even above and beyond that this year. She was elected to the Board of Governors for the Cleveland Clinic, where she helped champion neurology, residencies, women in leadership, even outside of our program. And then, of course, just when I'm sure she was hoping the year was going to be calming down, she helped lead us through the COVID pandemic. She helped us stay ahead of the curve in adjusting our workflows and staying on top of all the policy changes that came to be at the Cleveland Clinic. She was instrumental in helping us create another entirely new residency schedule partway through the year that we had to switch through to be ready for the influx of COVID patients. And during the crisis, Dr. Mays also made time to meet with all the residents weekly to check in on our well-being, monitor any problems with the new changes, and keep us informed. She herself also took on extra hospital service time, seeing patients in the hospital during this crisis time. So as you can tell, Dr. Mays has shown some heroic leadership efforts this year, and we have felt very lucky to have had her at the helm. So we want to say both thank you and congratulations on this well-deserved award, Dr. Mays.
It is now my great pleasure to announce the winners of our two very prestigious neurology awards, the Resident Teacher of the Year Award and the Resident Humanitarian of the Year. And although all our residents do a great job at teaching and providing great care to our patients, the winners were selected from their group of residents for going above and beyond what is expected normally. This year, I'd like to announce the winner of the Resident Teacher of the Year is Dr. Chen Yin. Congratulations, Chen. Your residents really appreciated all the educational efforts you did over the past several years. Not only did you help them learn about neurology, but you helped them to become better teachers. And thank you for all that you've done with the medical school coordination for the neurology core clerkship. The next recipient winner is for the Humanitarian Award, and it is no surprise that it goes to Dr. Elizabeth Spurgeon. Congratulations, Liz. You have had an outstanding effort in the development of our wellness program. You really had so many initiatives that we are so appreciative for. You made sure that the residents were healthy and happy and really created great morale for the program. By doing so, the residents were able to provide the best care for their patients. Thank you so much for doing this, and I look forward to this program continuing on for many, many years and developing based upon your great efforts. Thank you so much. I'd now like to congratulate Dr. Matthew Rich on successfully completing the neurology residency program at the Cleveland Clinic. Congratulations, Matt. We're very proud of you. Everybody that has worked with Matt knows that he is a top-notch doctor. His fund of knowledge in a broad spectrum of neurologic disorders runs very deep. This has made him an excellent teacher, for which he's received recognition and a teaching award from the Cleveland Clinic Lerner College of Medicine during his residency. Matt is extremely thorough in the care of his patients, making sure that all their concerns are addressed. He is a true advocate for them. This is probably one of the reasons he's received so many caregiver celebrations over the years of training. His advocacy and excellence in patient care has led him to be our Neurology Quality Officer, a position which he dedicated much time and effort in educating others to improve the care we provide. This will serve him well in his future roles. These are not his only accomplishments. During residency, he also married Sarah. They have bought a house, and now they have a beautiful baby boy, Bradley. They will be selling their house and will be moving back to their home state of Florida, which I'm sure will make their family very happy. Although Matt has loved Cleveland, he's certainly looking toward getting to more sunshine and enjoying some recreational activities on the beach and water with his family. Matt will be leaving us to join an outpatient neurology practice where he will get the opportunity to work alongside his father, Dr. Mark Rich, also a neurologist. In addition, he'll be doing some inpatient care at Largo Medical Center, where he'll have the chance to do some acute stroke care as well. Matt feels very fortunate that they do have an internal medicine residency program, and he will be able to continue his teaching. I have to say that they are very fortunate to have Matt join their practice, and I have no doubt he will be hugely successful. He will be greatly missed here at the Cleveland Clinic. Good luck, Matt. Congratulations to Dr. Lindsay Ross on your successful completion of the neurology residency training program at the Cleveland Clinic. Phenomenal job. And what a phenomenal job you did this year as chief resident. It was a challenging year, but you met all those challenges with great professionalism. I know all the staff and your residents certainly appreciated your consistent leadership style throughout the year. You had a lot of program innovations that are really going to put our program to the next level of training for all future trainees. Not only are you a great leader, but you're a great educator. I want everybody to recognize that you were appointed as a clinical instructor of medicine at the Cleveland Clinic Lerner College of Medicine during your residency training program due to your efforts in training residents and medical students. You are also passionate for advocacy and have participated on neurology on and off the Hill as one of the Ohio delegates at the American Academy of Neurology. Speaking of Academy of Neurology, who can forget last year when you submitted one of your research projects on teleneurology and that it was accepted as a plenary presentation? I think I would have been nervous presenting in front of thousands of people, but not you. You presented with great poise. You really impressed me and wowed the crowd. Who would know a year later teleneurology would be such an important aspect of our day-to-day practices due to COVID-19. This year, Lindsay was selected as one of the AAN scholarship recipients, but sadly, none of us were able to go. Lindsay is also very loved by her patients. I recall seeing one evaluation in which the patient stated that her interaction with Dr. Ross was the best she ever had, so much so that she switched all her care to the Cleveland Clinic as a result of that interaction. So thank you, Lindsay. Next year, Lindsay is also going to be teaming up with Dr. Hasit and Spurgeon as they begin a program to promote the mentorship and career development of women trainees in the Neurologic Institute. I'm certainly looking forward to participating in that project with you. We are fortunate that Lindsay will be staying at the Cleveland Clinic for 2 more years to complete a fellowship in multiple sclerosis at the Mellon Center, as well as a master's in clinical research. I want to thank her parents, who are down in North Carolina now, having moved from Ohio, as well as her 2 sisters, for their support of Lindsay. And of course, Lindsay was very fortunate to have the support of her husband, Dr. Alex Wang, who's a neurology resident at University Hospital, also graduating this year and will be pursuing a movement disorder fellowship. So congratulations goes out to the both of you. I wish you both the most success in your careers. Congratulations. Congratulations to Dr. Andrea Wellborn, who has completed her neurology residency training at the Cleveland Clinic. Fantastic job, Andrea. Andrea and I have worked closely together during her residency training, and so I'm so very pleased to say a few words on her behalf. First of all, I'd like to mention that Andrea is a true clinician and cares very much about her patients. She's always going the extra mile for them. She also has a natural warmth and thus a great bedside manner. Recently, we were talking about her experience with COVID, and she was actually kind of bored with home study. So when she came back to the hospital, she was somewhat invigorated by the hard work and found that she was doing once again what she loves to do, taking care of patients. Andrea is also well known for being a great team player. She works so collaboratively with other people, especially the junior residents that find her a great educational resource and person of support for them. She also seems to exhibit a sense of calm. It never seems that her feathers get ruffled. I saw this calm during one of our residents' retreat when we were go-kart racing. I saw her competitive side as well, only narrowly getting beat out by Matt Rich. Andrea also loves teaching and has been very helpful as a medical student liaison for the students. I thank her for this effort. Andrea came to us from North Carolina, having done her medical school training at Brody School of Medicine at East Carolina University. She decided to proceed up north, coming to the Cleveland Clinic. At the time, she had a great interest in multiple sclerosis and has done some research with Dr. McGinley at the Mellon Center. However, she soon fell in love with epilepsy, and we are so thrilled that she will be staying on for fellowship here next year. Her family still lives in North Carolina, her brother, her mother, and her stepmother. Andrea lost her father during her internship year, and I'm sure he's looking down upon her on this day, very proud of all the accomplishments she has achieved. Congratulations, Andrea. We wish you all the best. Congratulations to Dr. Chen Yin on successfully completing her neurology residency training program at the Cleveland Clinic. Fantastic job, Chen. Chen came to us from our own Cleveland Clinic Learner College of Medicine, and so we are so thrilled when she chose to stay on. From day one, Chen was ready and eager to help out the program in any way possible, and boy did she help out. I feel like there was hardly ever an activity that was going on that Chen was not involved in some way or another. And more importantly, she made an effort to make sure that everyone else was included as well. Chen has a superb knowledge of medicine and clinical examination skills. She really connects with her patients on a higher level, easily gaining their trust and confidence. Her upbeat and positive attitude really shines through in the care of her patients, who just love her. She has a real knack of communicating with patients, so much so that she was asked by the Patient Experience Office to make an enterprise-wide video on communication. Everyone loves Chen. She is wonderful with the nurses and with her peers. Her positivity is infectious. I'm not sure if I ever saw Chen tired, to tell you the truth. She is so helpful, and she's recognized as a great educator. In fact, she has received the Cleveland Clinic Learner College of Medicine Teaching Award during her residency program. This year, Chen was chosen to be our medical student liaison, and she has been so helpful, being really innovative during this time of COVID, where the poor students were unable to join us on rounds. She found ways to make sure that their education continued. Dr. Kriegler cannot sing her praises high enough. I also want to point out that Chen is a great baker and was always bringing in snacks to the resident room. We will certainly miss that, but we will miss her more. I know Dr. Wilson will also be missing Chen. He has worked alongside with her with a number of research projects since she was a medical student, and they have a great relationship together. Chen is a local Clevelander. I know her parents still are here in Cleveland, as well as her sister who went to Ohio State. Chen has a boyfriend who actually is a meteorologist in Oregon, and hopefully one day they will soon be together. Chen will be staying on with us to complete her fellowship in multiple sclerosis at the Mellon Center. We're so thrilled to get another year with Chen. Congratulations, Chen, on all your successes. Good luck to you.
It is a pleasure to say a few words about Peter Brown. Peter came to us from the Western University College of Osteopathic Medicine in Oregon. Words I'd use to describe Peter would include organized, analytical, calm under pressure, warm-hearted. He's the guy who will strike up a conversation with strangers in an elevator, well, at least in pre-COVID times. Peter seemed destined to be a chief from early on in his residency, and he and Lindsay have had quite a ride this year. I don't think there have ever been as many schedule changes and curriculum changes as there were in this year. First of all, it was the internal medicine residents who pulled out. Then it was the 4+1 curriculum change. Finally, it was pre-COVID and then post-COVID deployment strategies that had to be organized. Both Lindsay and Peter made it look easy, but it was obviously far from it. Peter has neurohospitalist medicine in his blood. He will be joining our own Center for General Neurology as a neurohospitalist at Hillcrest Hospital in July. But the gravitational pull is strong to return to Oregon, and we won't have Peter forever, but we'll have him for at least a bit longer. Peter, all the best of luck to you. I'd like to say a few words about Jean Coury. Jean came to us from the St. Joseph University of Beirut. I've had the pleasure to work with him many times over the last years. Some personality traits I would ascribe to Jean would be methodical, analytical, respectful, quiet, but when he had something to say, he would attract and command the attention of all within listening range. One of the many ways in which Jean gave back to the residency included the summaries of the didactic lectures that were given in preparation for the Wright examination and the ABPN exam. I'm happy to say that Jean is going to be with us at least for a little while longer as he enters an epilepsy fellowship with us here at Cleveland Clinic. He hopes to move on to an academic career that specializes in teaching and education of residents. Jean, it was a pleasure to have you with us. Good luck on your pathway. It is a pleasure to say a few words about Liz Spurgeon. Liz came to us from Michigan State University College of Human Medicine. Some words I'd use to describe Liz: gregarious, upbeat, humanistic. I think the first time I ran into her after she got here was when she had one of her first rotations in the NICU, I think H22. She was happy, smiling, full of energy. I thought to myself, how long would that last? Well, I can answer that question now. It lasted at least 4 years, and I suspect it will last a lifetime. Liz is universally known among residents and the staff as an organizer for wellness and a crusader against work stress and burnout. Through her work, she's made a big difference in all of our lives, and I want to thank you for that. We are fortunate that Liz is sticking around with us. She's about to enter our fellowship in epilepsy. Liz, all the best of luck.
Hello, everyone. My name is Blake Beletko, and I'm the Associate Program Director here for our Neurology Residency Program. I'd like to also take this time to thank everyone for joining us and welcome you to our unfortunate virtual graduation due to the COVID pandemic. I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe and enjoying the time that we have to celebrate our graduates as much as possible. I'll continue with the introduction of another one of our superb graduates, Sam Hanshu. Sam came to us by way of University of Pikeville, the Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine. Sam is fortunately going to stay with us here at the Cleveland Clinic for another year. I may be a little bit biased, but Sam chose an excellent field to go into in vascular neurology. which is also near and dear to my heart. We are definitely looking forward to having Sam stay on with us. Some of the things that we've enjoyed most about Sam within the last several years, one, the fact that he's chosen to do stroke and stay here. Two would be Sam's calm demeanor. This has been said time and time again that he is extremely easy to work with. He always remains calm even under very trying and difficult situations. Sam is very reliable. He's easy to work with, and many people have commented several times on his interpersonal communication skills. Sam's family mostly is in Lexington, Kentucky, where he hopes to return someday to the area and practice as a neurohospitalist. His wife is here with him, Michelle, who also works at the Cleveland Clinic, so we're happy to have both of them. In talking with Sam and asking him what he thinks he may miss most about the Cleveland Clinic one day when he spreads his wings and moves along, but especially right now, even graduating from residency, is just some of the friendships that he has made throughout this program. I know that this program, he's told me, has been a constant reminder to him how fortunate he is to be healthy, and has also shown him some resilience and that he can push through some difficult times. It's allowed him to work on time management and also learn from several talented people in our field. We'll be testing all of these things during his stroke fellowship in the upcoming year. We are also very fortunate to have Sam's brother join us in residency, so the hand-shoe tradition will continue on. For some of you who may not know, Sam did play guitar in a touring metal band back in his former life, so maybe ask him about that sometime, or if you can pull him away, have him play something for you. I also appreciate Sam on a personal basis because he is also a middle namer, so I know the pain that goes along with that, but I like to think that it's unique to some of us, as I also go by my middle name. So Sam, congratulations. We're extremely happy to be able to keep you here. We have many high expectations for you, but I think that they're all very realistic. So looking forward to having you here next year, and congratulations on graduation. The next resident that I have the honor to present to everybody here during our virtual graduation is Katy Hasit. Katy, prior to coming to us here, was at Lincoln Memorial University, the DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine. We've been very fortunate to have Katy as part of our program, and we are even more fortunate that we did not make her sick of us quite yet, and she will be staying on here at the Cleveland Clinic to complete a neuro ICU fellowship for the next 2 years. Thereafter, she hopes to be a neuro ICU attending in an academic center. 2 years is a long way away, so we'll see if that holds true or something small changes. But we are all very excited to be able to keep Katy here. We think that she's going to be a great asset to us during fellowship, just as she has been throughout her whole residency, and we're excited to see what's in store for her. Some of the things that we've appreciated most about Katy is her knowledge, the fact that she is very approachable, and Katy is very driven. When she puts her mind to something, as I'm sure most of you know and can echo, Katy gets things done. It's been fun to watch, especially more recently with some of her research interests and just seeing how productive she's been. Katy's also very reliable and involved in a lot of things outside of just some of the resident responsibilities that we expect everyone to have. Katy has told me that she's going to miss mostly some of the friendships and the collegiality that she's had here during her residency and her co-residence. Fortunately, I know that many are staying on, and so I hope that those relationships will only continue to flourish and she'll continue to make more going forward in her career. Something that maybe you do know about Katy, or you may not, is that she is a very competitive person. She plays pickup basketball here in Cleveland and has been, which is probably the responsibility of why she usually has some sort of brace or undergoing some sort of procedure to fix a minor wear and tear already. So we hope that she can also stay healthy and safe throughout her fellowship, but we'll have to see what happens. Katy has always been a staunch Boston sports fan and has made that very clear to me throughout the last couple years. So I can't let her get away with me reminding her that we're all looking forward to the new Tom Brady era in Tampa Bay. So Katy, not sure where you're at with this, but hopefully you won't have too many tears over the next few years. But I'm glad that you've adopted Cleveland as your new sports town, or at least as a close second, and go Browns. So Katy, we're looking forward to having you here for fellowship, and thanks for everything that you've done for us during residency. The next resident that I have the privilege of presenting to you all today during our virtual COVID graduation is Ibrahim Ikdaddy. Ibrahim came to us by way of Jordan University of Science and Technology. Unfortunately, even though we have enjoyed having him here for the last few years, he has decided to spread his wings and go to Boston, where he will be completing a neurocritical care fellowship at MGH and Brigham's. We couldn't be more proud of him and what he's accomplished here, but we are also greatly proud to have him go out and be a representative of our program at another very reputable hospital system. And we're looking forward to all that's in store for Ibrahim throughout the rest of his career. He is hoping to be a clinician researcher when all of his training is done, and I would argue that he is already well on his way. I've personally worked with Ibrahim on a project and several times throughout residency, and I can't say enough about Ibrahim's work ethic, his efficiency, and his clinical knowledge. I think between his research, his clinical responsibilities, and also putting together an evidence-based medicine program for the residency here, his contributions to our program have been unparalleled, and we will greatly miss him. Some of the things that he has said that he'll miss most are obviously the relationships that he has formed with co-residents and attendings. He doesn't believe that this is going to be possible to get as close to people anywhere else, and I would like to think that that's true, but Ibrahim is his personality is very contagious and he's very easy to work with. So I'm sure that he's going to be able to form great relationships throughout the rest of his career. I will say that perhaps he won't be quite as friendly with some other people. Many of you may or may not know that Ibrahim has a way of texting the wrong people or inappropriately texting some people. For instance, one of his psych interns who was on service with him, he sent a text calling her babe. So I don't know if his girlfriend knows about this, but it was, I think, meant for someone else. And then I will tell you that Ibrahim and I were on service together. I told him that I needed to go eat lunch, and he was kind enough to tell me, do you want me to bring you a meal on my way to your office? It's by the piano, and I'm right there. And then continued to tell me that he said, and I quote, "I love you so much." So Ibrahim, I don't know if you're going to be able to have that kind of relationship with other attendings. At least I would ease into it after the first maybe year of your fellowship. If you feel like you can tell people that you love them, I think it may be more appropriate during your second year of fellowship. So we love you too. We've been super proud of you and happy that you've been a part of our program, and we're looking forward to all the things that you do throughout our field, and I hope that you'll stay in touch. So again, extremely proud of you, and congratulations on your graduation.
All right, welcome to the COVID-19 Cleveland Clinic Department of Neurology graduation extravaganza. So I'm thinking that this might lead to me becoming a TikTok YouTube star. Now, of course, my kids say that I have no talent, but we'll just see about that. Maybe I'll even get my own reality TV show like the Kardashians or the Chrisleys. So then I could even end up like Todd Chrisley or Bruce Jenner. Maybe not. Anyway, I got on my graduation regalia just in case you're wondering, I am wearing pants under this.
That's a lie. You never wear pants in the house.
Anyway, so let's get this thing started. So first, I'd like to say on behalf of the Center of Pediatric Neurosciences, we'd like to say congratulations to all the graduating residents and fellows. Now, of course, I have a glass of wine here to toast our graduates. So cheers. Ugh. 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 Smooth. Oh, there you are. Whew. Man, the air is really thin up here. It really does affect your mind. Oh. So the reason I'm here, as you all know, Vagina is from Nepal. And that's why I'm here today in Nepal at the foothills of the Himalayas, about to climb Mount Everest, just for you, Vagina, to show that Vagina has performed at the pinnacle of all her competencies. And I do remember early on in her residency, hearing even from, okay, Snow Machine, that's enough, from Dr. Wiley, who has very high standards, it's difficult to impress about what a great job Vagina did during her rotations. And of course, I can't forget to top off her neurology residency, she additionally celebrated by having a baby. Perfect timing, Vagina. And of course, I'm happy to say that Vagina will still be with us for another year, as she will be an epilepsy fellow here. Almost there, just a little bit more. I'm climbing to the top of the Vulcan statue. Oh, man. Whew. What a climb. Man, I gotta catch my breath. So I'm here at the Vulcan statue in Birmingham, Alabama. This statue here is the largest cast iron statue in the world. I'm here in honor of Anthony Staples, other outstanding resident. Now, I understand that Anthony's father was a sheriff, which explains why he was such a great resident and organizer for the program. Not only did he manage patients well with excellent clinical judgment, but he always alerted me to potential issues such as scheduling or other problems. Anthony also had a daughter during his residency, and his family will be going to Birmingham to pursue a sleep medicine fellowship. Hence why I'm here with the Vulcan in Birmingham, where actually my wife also grew up. So cheers to both of you, Vagina and Anthony. Congratulations on your achievement. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Cleveland Clinic Department of Neurology, class of 2020, this one's for you. Call so hard, everyone want to find me. But first they gotta page me. What's another call to a resident like me? Can you please remind me? Call so hard, this is crazy. Y'all don't know that none of this phased me. We could round on 42 and look at you like this is gravy. Call so hard, year was weird. Graduation, have a beer. Call was hard, but now we here. Let's celebrate with some cheer. On site, no. Now we go. Virtual, take your pick. FaceTime, Duo, Amwell, WebEx. Call was hard, was a shock. Wanna be a star on TikTok. Everybody masked up. Social isolation, no big flops. You was weird, I'm shocked too. Hope you don't end up ICU. You escaped what I escaped. To be in Paris, last there too. Call was hard, let's get paid. Then vacay, 4-6 days. Isolation, cross the nation. Had to learn to change our ways. Call was hard, now behave. Everyone must stay away. Hopefully, someday, get back to freer days. Call was hard, everyone wanna hire me. You were cray. You were cray. You were cray. Call was hard, everyone wanna hire me. You were cray. You were cray. You were cray. Jacob said, need a vent, and he falls. Patients need help walking in the hall, or assistance in the bathroom stalls, or lose accreditation any other alls. Call was hard, you were cray.
You was cray.
Don't you say? Call was hard. What you want?
What you want?
Want more pay. Call was hard. Now you're done.
Now you're done.
This old thing, call was hard. But miss you all and see you soon again. 4 or 5 years in Cleveland. Best memory you had. Happy for you, but also sad. I'm just saying, you're the best residents if you ask me. I'd recommend y'all to anyone gladly. Cavs Game 7 thriller, but lost the Cubs a killer. Clinic more better, proud to be here, agree ya. Doctors say I'm the illest, cause I'm suffering from silliness. Got my resis in Cleveland and they going gorillas, huh?
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what that means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going. Call was hard, they won't want to hire me. Call was hard, they won't want to hire me. Woo!
it's not exactly an ideal way to send off our loyal trainees after these years of training together. We've worked together, we've taught you, we've learned from you, and it's good to know that most everybody remains healthy in the program. Oh, excuse me. So I just want to tell you to try to remain calm during these challenging times.